So we talked a lot about movies and a lot of some TV stuff here and there. Something that I'm not too familiar with, and I want to see if you guys are. But it's a huge part of Fanboys Anonymous, obviously, so we shouldn't ignore it. Scary video games. The things like the Resident Evils and the Silent
Yes.
Hills and I don't know, the what was that 7-Up game?
You know which one terrified me was Amnesia.
Amnesia is weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Amnesia. What's that? Well, I know what Amnesia is, but what's the video game?
Yeah.
You wake
Or
up
maybe
in
I
this
am
house.
familiar and I just forgot about it.
It was a very indie video game, and it kind of got a cult following because it doesn't have like the fast graphics, but I just think it adds to the whole creepiness of it. I don't want to give it away because if you want to play, I mean, it's a fun game. It's really freaky.
Tony doesn't play video games.
Oh.
Never get a chance to play video games.
But the Evil Within seems to be good. Like I want to play that one. I want to be scared. We'll see if that one will do.
You want to know a very terrifying online game? Five Nights at Freddy's. Have either of you heard of that?
Is it a
Wait,
Freddy
is
Krueger?
that? Do they have a new app for that? Because I just remember seeing something like that on the App Store. And
I don't know if there's an app for it, but the basic gist of the game is you're basically this night watchman at the equivalent of Chuck E. Cheese. And basically it's your job to spend the night in this place, and you're warned the first night that you work there that the animatronic creatures will actually begin to walk around. And basically it's your job just to like monitor them.
So
And
you're Ben Stiller.
Basically, it's like a twisted version of Night at the Museum, where like they tell you that if the animatronic creatures see you, that they're going to think one of two things. They're either just going to think you're an animatronic skeleton, and so they're going to assume that, hey, you should be in your costume, and they're going to try to stuff you into one. The problem is all the animatronic outer pieces have gears and shit in them. So basically you're dead if they find you. And the other thing is they think you are one of the outer pieces without your insides, and they're going to try to shove gears inside of you.
Oh my god, I need to play this game right now. This sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and basically all it is you don't get to move around or anything. You're in this room, and there's two doors, one to your left and one to your right. And all you get to do is look at these monitors and check where the things are throughout the building. You get to shut the doors, but it draws power. And once the power runs out, the building shuts down. And then you're just open. And you also get lights on either side to see if the things are coming near you. And the object of the game is to survive 5 nights at Freddy's. And each day, the animatronic creatures get more lively. So like in the first night, they might just like you check the camera and one might be gone, and then you check another camera and it might be in another room. But by like the second or third night, you'll check the cameras and they'll be running down the hallway. Like it's terrifying. You should check.
And I just checked, and now they do have an app for that. So
yeah, you guys should check.
Cool. I want to play that.
Yeah, watch online videos if you guys get the time of like other people playing it. I know PewDiePie has one, and just it's utterly horrible. Of all the games that I've ever played, that one would be one where I probably couldn't watch it. Nikki like screamed when she first saw the video. Like it's that bad.
What's the name of it again?
5 Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I don't think that I've heard about that before, but that does sound interesting.
Yeah.
I'm downloading it right now.
What other scary video games are out there that you guys are fond of? I mentioned actually Doom very beginning of this podcast. That was probably the first kind of like scarier video game that I had ever played, and I didn't like it at all because I just didn't like the graphics and stuff. I'm spoiled with GoldenEye at that point. So, you see people with all the pixels and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of dumb. Can we just go get like the golden gun and shoot these fuckers? And But what about you, Caroline? Is there any are you fond of like the Resident Evil games or like I think you got elated at Silent Hill, right?
Well, I actually like Resident Evil. Resident Evil is one of my favorite games. I love it. I love it. I do have to say Slender Man is a guilty pleasure of mine. I like playing with like alone. It's okay, but I just love forcing one of my very like scaredy friends to play with me, and I don't know, it's just awesome. I like that one. I'm very pumped for The Evil Within. I don't remember when is the release date, but I keep seeing on TV trailers of people like reacting to the game while they're playing, and it seems to be a very scary game. It's also really cool because it's done by the same guy who did the Resident Evil series. So he's trying to go back to basics and have like a true horror survival game. Because I think that nothing beats that. Like just trying to get through like a maze of doors with like monsters and zombies trying to get you, and you have like one bullet, and you can't even like find anything to help you. That's just awesome. It's just it's so good. What else? I did like the first Condemned. I didn't play the second one, but the first one kind of freaked me out, especially when you're in the sewer parts and the creatures like coming towards you are like this little crawly thing that looks like a cockroach zombie situation thing. That kind of freaked me out because I'm a girl and I don't like cockroaches. That I'm scared of cockroaches and watermelon.
And watermelons?
But horror movies make you laugh.
Why watermelons?
I don't know. I don't even like saying that name. Like, they freak me out. Like, I don't like smelling them, like, being near them. Like, they just make me want to vomit everywhere. I hate them so much.
They're a horrible person.
Thank you.
I'm so teasing you with watermelons now.
Yeah, you want to know a game that's not a horror game, but as a young kid always freaked me out? Ski 3. Do you guys remember that game?
No.
Is that the one that you're like going down the mountain and you have to?
It was a computer game for Windows. Yeah, you're a skier, and like as you're playing the game, like this little mini abominable snowman pops out and tries to eat you. And like as a kid, that was like horrifying. Like, oh my god, there it is, and you're trying to like duck out of it.
I remember that one.
I don't remember that at all. What was
or
that?
How about
No childhood, Jesus Christ.
What system was it for?
It was a Windows game.
Windows, yeah.
Man, I just remember playing Solitaire.
I remember the games I played as a kid were like Solitaire,
pinball game that was on everybody's.
Pinball, Prince of Persia, and mouse game. That was a scary one too, where you're like a mouse trying to get through this maze and like these cats are after you.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, they were weird. You were like always trying to get the cheese.
Oh, that's cute.
Rodent's Revenge. That's what it was called.
I should put that in the labels for this, and people clicking on it will be like, okay, they're talking about The Shining in this one, and The Exorcist, and Rodent's Revenge. What the fuck? And watermelons. What?
No.
I'm totally sending a one to your house or something.
Dies ist mein Wassermelone. Meine.